Alright YouTube, in this video we are going to see how to create Laravel project from scratch. So this is the 10th video of this particular playlist, which is Laravel projects. So in this project what we are going to see is how to create a gym management. So as you see, we have two tabs. The first one is trainer. I'm adding trainer, so if I click on trainer, these are the details of trainer. So Nilesh is a trainer. Let me wait. Manoj is a trainer who handles the morning shift. Prashant is a trainer who handles evening shift, and Shilpa is a trainer who handles ladies. So let's add one more guy, which is Shubham, and what batch? So he is a Zoom. What do you call? A dance coach. You click on submit. The trainer is added, and if you wish to delete it or edit it, you can do it. So let's change the Manoj to evening, and let's add Prashant to morning. Likewise, if you want to delete Shilpa, you are free to go, just click on delete, and Shilpa is gone. Now we are going to add members. So the member details we would be saying, let me solve this error first. So the error was we deleted Shilpa. So the Jasmine had the foreign key relationship with Shilpa. That's the reason it could not load. Now if you see, we have already added a user called Nilesh, which is assigned to the trainer Manoj. Now let's add one more guy. We'll name it as Pradeep, and his phone number anything, and he is assigned to Shubham. Click on submit. Now if you see, we have just added Pradeep and phone number. So what is where from where the Shubham and dance come from? So these two things come from the table called trainer. So this is what we are going to see. We just have to insert two values, and rest of the value will be fetched from other table, so that we call it here as foreign key relationship. So in this course we are going to see how to use foreign key relationship along with a single page CRUD operation. So what you see here, it is created with the help of single pages. So in the previous 9 videos or previous 7 videos, what we do is we used to create separate pages for edit and separate pages for add. So here this is not the case. We are going to use model, and a single page is going to be used for all the CRUD operation. Like adding is going to be by model, the editing is going to be by model. Fine. Now these are the steps which we are going to follow in this particular tutorial. So to follow along, I'll leave the source code in the description. Check the description box for more details. Fine. The very first thing is I'm going to install Laravel. To start the Laravel, we have to close the already running Laravel. So let me take the screenshot of this so that I don't have to come back and forth every other time. So this is for trainer, and let's screenshot the member as well. So this is for member. Now we can freely close the server, and we have to come back cd ... Now here in this course we are going to use Laravel 6. So let's visit the documentation and let's get the code. So at present we are using the 6th version, Laravel 6. So click on the 6, and this is a search bar. You have to type install. Once you type install, you'll get some results. So just type. So this is a command for creating project using CMD. So we are going to name this project as gym. We'll name it as gym management. Just copy it and paste it just inside the Laravel folder. Now if I show you the folder, it's on the XAMPP folder. Make sure your XAMPP is running, or else it won't work. Inside Laravel folder we have the preview or the demo which I have shown you is from the folder gym, and now we have used the new project called gym management. It will take some time. By the time, what we do is we create a database from the in the PHP MyAdmin. So click on new. We'll give the same name what we did for the project. Just click on create and let's save this elsewhere so that we don't get, we have to use this in our env file. And now the column what we are going to make is trainer name, trainer badge, and then the member name, member phone, and trainer ID. This trainer ID will correspond to this ID. So this is a primary key for the trainer column, trainer table, and this is the primary key for member table, and the trainer ID is the foreign key of member table. I hope you know the relationship between what I meant by primary and foreign key, or else this doesn't make sense. Fine, now let's see whether it has installed or not. Yes, it is installed. Now we have created the database as well. Now let's open this on our Visual Studio Code. Open project. Where it is? It's in the XAMPP, htdocs, Laravel, gym management. Select the folder. It will take some time. Yes, it is opened. Now let's click on the env file. So this is where the database details comes. So we have created the database called gym management. We'll just have to paste it on the database section, and now that's done. The next step, we have to create controller for trainer and member. So before starting the server, php artisan make controller. We need to create two controller. The first one is member controller hyphen resources. Click enter. So before typing any command, we have to get into the folder called gym management, which we have created just now, and then we are free to type. And let's create the trainer controller as well. We're following the canal case, and the two controller is created. Now we have to get into the routes folder where we can find web.php, and here we need to create the routes. To create the routes, you have to just get into the documentation, click on controller where you can find resources, so this is the URL. So let's create this for trainer, and the model for and the controller for trainer is trainer controller, which we have created just now on the CMD. The same way, this is member and this is member controller. So let's get the URL by php artisan route list. So I'm going a little fast because we have already covered these things in our previous video, which we did for about 6 to 7 projects by this, just a simple CRUD operation. Now this is slightly moving, we are slightly moving forward to the advanced one. Now let me take this screenshot so that we don't have to sorry, we don't have to come again and again. Print screen, where is print screen? My keyboard is new. Print screen, and let's get the paint open. Just paste. We have already one on the desktop. Let me delete that, and let's save this in our desktop. We'll name it as route list. So we don't have to come again and again. In the previous video, you could see we always we always close the server and create route list just for viewing. So now we have excluded that just by adding screenshot, and that's a good idea. Now The next step, we have created the route. Now we need to create the model. So to create the model is same way, just what we did for controller. PHP artisan make model, and the name of the model is trainer model, capital M hyphen migration file. The same way we'll create this for the member model as well. It's taking some time, let's wait. And now we need to create one more thing, which is for member. Just click enter. Now these two migration files will be available on folder called database. Inside database we have migration. These are the two values, which is create trainer and create member, which is just created using command prompt. For create trainer, what are the columns we need? For trainer we need trainer name and trainer batch. And this is going to be string. And now it's time for the members. Here we need 3 columns. If you want, you can add expiry date also, but we have already done the expiry date in the previous video, which I'm just skipping it. These two are string, and this is going to be some different, like unassignment integer. So let's see from the documentation. Unassigned integer. So let's just type integer and check the value. So here the trainer ID is going to be the foreign key. Let's see the data type for foreign key. So if you see unassigned integer, so this is going to be foreign key. Fine. Now we have chosen the column names that need to be added finally to create the database. So before that, let me show you the blank database. So if I click on gym management, now I'm on gym management, the table is blank. Now if I click PHP artisan migrate, the table will be created automatically. There says an error, trainer model is created but the member model is not created. Let's see why. Syntax error. On the member model, yes, we are getting syntax error. Why? Access violation, incorrect column, member phone. So there seems to be a space that is making issue. Now let's type PHP artisan migrate again, and this time it is migrated. And now if you want to check the columns, if you click on table trainer model, you can see the columns are added. More members model. So this is for gym management, we don't need gym, we need gym management. Click on gym management. Member model will have 3 columns. Primary trainer IDs are primary foreign key, and these are 2 values, 2 columns. Fine. Now this is done. Migrated table is also done. Create view for show all added trainer. So let's run the server. PHP artisan server is running on localhost :800, which is the default. Now we have already added the route Now we need to show all the values of the trainer. So to create the view, we have to get into resources, views, just copy the same thing again, paste it and save it as show all trainer dot blade dot php. Now we need to get into the bootstrap code, which is from W3 School. We get some CDN so that we don't have to download the required JS and CSS file from the official website. We just have to use these links, and here we go, we are free to go. Now just to show the value, I don't have to show this if you have followed my 6 tutorials. So trainer, to show all the values, we have to pass the URL called trainer. So on the controller, which is for trainer controller, trainer controller, index is going to return view, what return should view, show all trainer, just show all trainer. Now if I type on the URL trainer, you see where is the route list. So if I type the URL trainer, the index file is going to return the page called show all trainer.blade.php. So let's try, and here you go. Now we just have to edit this as per our needs. We don't need this row because there would be table here, and here we need to add the gym name. Let's call it as flex gym. Text center is already there. Now let's add the button with class fort right, margin right of 5, then add anchor tag class btn primary, use the class called add new. This is not class, this is the text. And here, just by clicking on this, I used float right. Just by clicking on it, I want to pop up the model. So let's get into the W3 School again to get the model. Just copy the required code, just paste it just above the closing of body, and you have to call this model using these two attributes. Simply we are passing the ID, so this ID related to this. Whenever I click on here, this model gets called. So if I type add new trainer, the model pops up. Fine. Now let's add table with class table, and we have table head, table row. Table row will have table data. The first one is going to be ID, the second one is going to be trainer name, and third one is going to be the trainer batch, either morning, evening, ladies, and TD with edit and TD with delete. So if you refresh, this is how it looks. Now we have T body, and here we'll use the for each. So we'll show some duplicate values. So to get some duplicate values, we have to insert some duplicate values into the column called trainer model. Click on insert. Let's insert two values. The first one is Vishal, he is for morning, and then we have Shubham, and he is for evening. Actually, my name is Vishal. I'm not a trainer, I'm just a member. Now, if you visit the file, sorry, the table, the inserted value can be seen. Now, let's fetch this value over here. So, get in the trainer controller. We have to call the model here. Use app /, and the name of the model is trainer model, so which is available on HTTP folder, or which is available on app folder. Just call this, use the all facade and store it into a variable called trainer. Now pass this variable to the view with function with. Now this trainer variable can be accessible to this view. So let's try using the template string. Don't forget to add dollar. Refresh. Now you can see the values are available. Now we want to fetch this and display it in the HTML. So @ for each, and we want to display trainer as $t, which is a variable. We want to end the for each. Now we'll copy paste the same thing. Just here the table column name would come, template string with arrow. The column name is ID. The same way you have to use a column name in place of ID. The second one is trainer name. The third one is trainer batch. Now if you refresh it, you could see all the value on the table. Fine. Now let's work on the edit button. Anchor tag, class btn, warning. Let's make this edit. Actually it's a class btn. Fine. Now if you see, let's do this for the delete as well. Fine. Now let's work on the model. The model, we don't need the close button. So here we need form. Form group, label, trainer name, input type text, ID is going to be, let's use the same ID as of our column name, so we don't have to copy paste many times. So let's copy the form group and paste it for trainer batch. And again this is for submit. Input type submit, class btn, success, just to get the color green. Fine. Now for the text box, form control, just refresh. Now you can see you're free to go. Now let's type the heading as add trainer. Now let's work on the adding. So here when I submit, we should get into the store. So when I submit, I want the data to be stored to the data to be sent to the URL called trainer with the method post. So let's add the action as trainer. Where is the form? And the method is going to be post. And whenever you use form, you should write CSRF, cross-site request forgery for Laravel. Fine. Now let's get into the store function. Create the object of the model. This is the object of table, object of model. Now here it has a column called trainer model and trainer name, and we have the input field with the name, which is same trainer name. Likewise, let's do this for trainer batch as well. So with the object we can access the table's column name, and with the request object we can access the input field's name. Now just save this. Now if there is no error, your data should be saved and it can be viewable. Now let's insert for the evening batch. Click on submit, and we should use return redirect trainer. The trainer is to show all the, if you remember, we have used the router, so you can see trainer is added. So let's add one more guy, Manoj, for dance, actually Zumba dance. Fine, now it is addable. Now let's work on delete, which is actually easy. To use delete, you have to get into the show all files, show all details. So here we have to use form, and for delete we have the URL called trainer slash the ID. Trainer slash the ID is this one, and then we should have the submit button, input type submit, and we should have the class just like for this, and the value is delete. Now remove this anchor tag, we don't need this anchor tag. Now surround the form with the table data. Now if you see, there would be no difference on design, but when I click on submit of this form, the data will be passed through the destroy function. So here the destroy function, again we have to use the model. This is the model, and the ID is passed through the URL. If you remember, we have passed the action ID, and then we'll receive this $trainer to delete. Now we just have to use this, don't forget the semicolon, and just use the class delete, and then we have to redirect to the same page, which is trainer, and the router will take the trainer to the show the page which we created just now. Now let's delete the pressure, because trainer is evening is 2 times. ID is getting passed, but a destroy. Click on refresh, click the delete. There is some error, and we have to add the method, which is delete. So I remember, if you see on the destroy, we have to use the function method delete. Now refresh it, click on delete. What happened? Not deleted. So if that doesn't work, you have to use post and then @CSRF and then @method and here you have to pass the delete. Let's try again. Click on delete, and now it is deleted. Click on Zuba. Zuba is already deleted. Now it's time for the edit. So this is a little tricky part, so we'll work on it, don't worry. Now once I click on the edit, I want the model to open, the same model. For adding, let's try. If I click on edit, the add model should get opened. So here we'll remove the add trainer, because we have to use JavaScript to edit the text, so that would be time consuming. Now here when I click on the edit button, I want the trainer name and the batch name to be filled, like the trainer name, the batch name and the trainer name to be filled on the model. So that is little easy. So for that we have to use script. So once I click on a button with class, where is the button? We'll use it edit btn. We're going to use jQuery $.click. If I click, then call the model, here we can call it with the help of ID $model. Let's see. So instead of typing this, we'll call it with jQuery. So if you see, we have to pass show inside. Now let's try. If there is no error, the model should open. Model is getting opened. That's a great thing. Now when we have to pass e. So with e.target, we can get the current button. So the current button's parent element is this td, and this td's previous element, which is trainer batch dot inner text, we can get the batch. The same way, if we need this one, the trainer name, we have to use again the previous element. So if you need ID again, so this is name and this is ID. So ID for ID we have to use one more time. Now if you want to see console.log batch plus name plus id. Now click on the console. These three value will be available on console. So if I click on edit button, so these three value will be available on edit. So there is something happening. Let's see what it is. Once I click on edit, actually JavaScript :void 0. Click on edit. Cannot read property inner text. Why is it so? e.target.parent element dot previous element dot inner text. Let's console. Let's just comment this. Let's try it one by one. Console.log. e.target should give what? The button. We got the button, and then the parent element should give the td of the button, and the previous element should give the previous element spelling previous, previous element sibling. Actually it's previous element sibling. Fine, now this should work. Just we have to type previous element sibling everywhere. Just remove the console and call this. Now I can show you. If I click on edit, morning Vishal 1 shows up. So this is Shubham. If I click on edit, Shubham shows up. Fine. Now these values are retrieved. Now I want to call this input field. I want to fill this dot val. We have to pass the trainer name the same way. This is for trainer batch, and this is for, you don't have to use the id, trainer batch, and we have to call the form. We'll use the id dollar dot attribute, and then we have to choose the action. We'll use it in a minute, and then we have to use the method as well. So passing method is little different here. So let's see. Now we are going to use the update. So to update, this is the URL trainer slash id. So action trainer slash, we have to use the id. So plus, so let's check, refresh it. So this is id2. So if I click on the form actions, you should see id2. So it is working. Now we have to use, you can see the method post is there, but for update we have to use the method put. So this is little tricky one, and we can do it without any issue. Get the form and add the HTML, which is input type hidden, name equal to underscore method, and value is going to be put. Just pass this inside the form, and that would work. And once this is done, this function, the function is going to, the update is a function which is going to handle this. So let's get into the update, and now we just have to use the same thing what we did for save. And here instead of creating new object, you have to use find, and we know the ID, we are passing it from the URL, we can access it. And the this is going to be blank because we know the trainer name this is not going to be blank because we want the trainer name to be retrieved from the JavaScript. And let's see whether we are able to save this or not. Sorry for that. So console error 121, JavaScript error 121. Click on the number, the put, so you can see inside double quotes there should be only single quotes. Click on, let's change the Vishal Morning. Why it's not showing up? So actually we have to use append. Click edit. Now instead of morning, let's add Zumba dance. Click on submit. Everything work fine? Yes, it is working fine. Now Zumba dance is added. The same way we can delete this. If you want, you can add it. So the CRUD operation for the trainer is done. Let's get some more names. Fine. Now let's get the sidebar, which is very easy. We have to get the table and create row. Inside row we have call 4. Inside call 4 and call 8. Inside call 8 there would be tables. So let's copy the whole table and paste it inside call 8. Let's refresh and see how does it looks. Instead of call 8 we have to use call 10, and this is going to be call 2. Now let's use the bootstrap class list group so that we can use the anchor tag. Just copy paste it here. The first one is going to be trainer. The second one is going to be member. And we know the trainer URL. Don't forget to add slash. The same way whatever we did, we are going to use it again for the member. I know it's time consuming, but we have to do it. Fine. This is trainer and this is member. Member is blank. Now the same way, Control A, Control N, Control S, we have to type show all members dot blade dot php, paste, and if we refresh, it won't work because we have to use this on the controller. Return view. So all members. Refresh. I think there is spelling mistake. Show all members. On the member controller, just paste it, remove the blades, refresh. Actually on the sidebar, it's member. So let's see the route what we have. I hope it's not members, it's member. Let's type /member. Undefined trainer, so there is some error with the model which we have copy pasted it. Where is this? Okay, so while copy pasting we just use the same code. We have to delete this. Refresh it. Fine. Now we have to use the column member name, member phone, and we know member trainer ID we will be saving it, but we want to display the trainer name. So what we do is we'll just display the ID itself or just showing, and we'll convert it. Now if you refresh, add new member. You have to be very careful because we are just going to repeat the same step what we did. So if I click here, so let me the first thing what we did is we have to insert some duplicate values on the members. Insert member name is Vishal, and the ID is, phone number is something, and the ID related to is 1. Member name is Pradeep, and the phone number is, and the ID related to, which is the trainer ID. Let's click on go. The value will be saved on the database. Click on browse. So 2 values are there at present. Now we'll show these 2 values. So we don't need this, we want the trainer model and the member model. So just like what we did, we have to use the member model and get all the values and pass it to the view. So we are passing it with the function width. Now with the help of for each, we can display this value inside T body. So here what are the column names? Member name, member phone, and then we have member ID. We have to copy paste this one more time. And everything seems okay. And here we need to pass member st or member, this is user defined, you can type anything here, so I'll just leave it as it is. Let's click on enter. See, the value is available. Now let's work on the easiest one, which is delete. So the delete URL is for member, delete member/id. So it is member/id, and the function related to the delete is destroy. So just use the same thing. Just use the model name properly. Redirect to member. Now let's try to delete this member, and it is deleted. It is working. Let's try to add one more thing because Without values it will be useless. Refresh it. So click on, so there is 1, 5 and 6, so we have to edit this or else it will give me error. So 5 is related to Shubham. Fine. So far we are going good. Now once I click on add new member, we want to change this to values also on in model. The first one is name, the second one is phone, the third one is ID. And finally the URL is going to be member, and everything is going to be same as we did for the trainer. Now once I click on add, it should go to the member. So the member, let me show you, you will use the add, which is store member, and it will go to the store function. We'll see what we did for the store here. The same thing on the store over here, and we have to change the model name, and we'll change the object name member. We'll just replace this, and we'll use the relevant column names and the input field values. We have used the member name. These are the column names, and these are the input field value. So once it's saved, we have to redirect to the member index page. Now let's try to add. If there is no error, we are free to add the new member now. So just change the models heading to member. Click on add. Let's add English on the phone number and the related ID. Let's choose the trainer. We have 1, 3 and 5, I believe. 1, 5 and 6. Let's add 6. Click on save, and you can see Nilesh is added successfully. Now it's time to edit. So if you remember, we used this. So once I click on edit button, this is the parent element and this is the previous element. So this is going to be what? The trainer ID. So e.target's parent element, which is TD, and the previous element is ID. Fine. Now, and that's previous element is phone number, member phone. And then one more time we have member name, and we need one more time for ID. Dot previous element sibling, and this is for ID. The same way, I think we need to change this. We have changed this ID of the input field. The first one is member, the second one is phone, and the third one, we need to pass ID as well. So the value here is trainer ID, and the phone is saved in this variable, and the member name is saved in this variable. Once these are done, I want the form action to be member, and the ID is passed, and then the same method, and then show the model. Let's show the model now. Vishal number trainer ID 1. There is an error. Click on inspect, check the console. On line number 157, ID. Now let's try. Click on edit. Vishal, the phone number and the ID. If I click on Nilesh, phone number and the ID. Yes, it is working. Now the same way you need to get into the edit or the update. This is same for the inserting, just we need to add the ID. This is member object, and the model, and we are getting here 3 values. These are column names, and these are input field value. And redirect to member. Now let's try to edit this. Nilesh to Suresh. Click on submit, and you're free to go. Now edit is done, delete is done, edit is done, and add a new member is done. Now the final and the most important thing is relationship. That's cool. So before relationship, we'll work on one thing, which is we'll add the drop down. So here on the view, on the index file, if you see, we have to pass the trainer as well. Use the model of trainer, and then fetch all the values from the model and store it into a variable called trainer, and pass this value along with the function width. Now this trainer can be accessible to the show all member view. Now where we are going to add? We are going to add this in the model. So let's comment this, and here use the select, and in the select we'll use the same ID and the name attribute, and here the option. So before using option, @ for each, and we know the variable is trainer as $. We'll use the same thing, trainer, and end the for each, @ for each, which is end @ for each. And now we have to use option, and here we have to use the trainer name, which is the column, and on the value we have to use the ID. Now let's see. can see the value from the table trainer is available here. Just add the, let me show the, add the class control, which is bootstrap class. Click on add. Now you can see these are the trainers. So on select, I want the value to be null. Selected, disabled. This will be selected and it cannot be selected. Let's use select trainer. Now if you click, you can see, let's add a member Ramesh and the phone number is anything, and let's select the trainer, which is Vishal again. Click on submit and you can see Ramesh with ID 1. Now what we need to do, now we are, if you want you can edit as well. Let's make this to Shubham. Click on submit. You can see Shubham is available. You can see Manoj is available. If you change to Manoj to Vishal, now here is also Vishal. Fine. Now let's work on the relationship. To do relationship, we need to open the model. Open the two models. Now in which page we are working on? We are working on member. So get into the member model and create a function public my trainer is the function, and we are going to return $this has many. So from the member we want to use the trainer, so use the class which is from the app, use this model, and it has an ID, primary key ID, and then use the foreign key ID. The foreign key ID is trainer ID. And I believe that's it. Now if you see on the show all, let me show you on the HTML, we can use this function which we have created right now. Let's see what does it output. You can see it outputs only what? The trainer ID. We don't want the trainer ID. We want the table related to the. So let's try to add this table and change the order. There's an error, and now if you notice, I have passed the trainer and use the ID, and this is the foreign key, and now these are available in the array format. Now we have to retrieve those values. On the first array, get the table trainer name. Fine. Likewise, get the trainer batch. If you refresh, let's add the trainer name and trainer batch here. I think that's it. So if you edit and change this to some other thing, let's name this Vishal. Member name of null. Let me see what it is. Yeah, the mistake is if I click on edit, the problem here is with the e.target. Now the order is changed. So on edit, so we have to use we have to use the input type hidden here. So get into the, we'll add input type hidden, and the value is going to be the ID. And now here to access, instead of inner sector you can use query selector of input type equal to hidden, and then the value. Let's console this, console.log, and we can, let's see whether we're getting the trainer ID or not. Once we click on edit, the trainer ID should be available on the console. Click on, let's click the console, click on edit, and you can see the ID is available. What else? Batch and member name. So this is member phone, so we need to add one more previous element sibling, because if you notice there are there is one column which is added. So to compensate, we have to use one more time previous element sibling to all the elements. Edit, you can see name phone, actually it's phone, not phone batch. Let's try to edit. Ramesh phone number, Shubham evening. This won't be show up, only Shubham will show. Shubham is there, Ramesh is there, ID is there. Let's name this Ramesh, Suresh, let's name this Rajesh. Click on submit. Rajesh, fine. If you make this Suresh as Nilesh, and number 84616421, and change the ID to Manoj morning Nilesh, and this is also working fine. So that's all for this video. Get the source code in the description. Meet you in the next another project.